The main point of this video is the SVS PB-5000, the new disruptor with that 5,000 watt peak claim. Is the extra $1,300 that you're going to be spending on the SVS going to give you a better experience, or is it just better marketing? So I work in sales, so always something that's important when I present to a customer, I'm looking at the price to performance ratio. In other words, are you getting the performance for what you're paying for? So if we look at the HSU TN1 value, you're paying $1,200 for 110 dB at 20 Hertz. That breaks down to $10.90 per decibel. With the SVS PB-5000, you're paying $2,500 for 115 decibels at 20 Hertz. That's $21.73 per decibel. So you're literally paying double for about 4 to 5 dB of extra output and a fancy app. The app is nice, I will say that. You're paying for the SVS app, which I'll admit is the best in the business. You're also paying for that 5-year unconditional warranty and also brand prestige. And I will say the customer support with SVS is fabulous. Whenever I call, they pick up the phone right away and they're more than happy to help. So you should buy the VTF TN1 if you want a giant killer, if you want 2 subs, which you should, for the price of 1 flagship. HSU is the king of value. On the flip side, if you have a massive open concept room and you only have space for 1 endgame sub, or if you love the convenience of adjusting your EQ from your phone while you're sitting in your theater seat, the SVS PB-5000 could be the choice for you.